Jase, how does it feel to be a Port Adelaide player?
Yeah, it's been a pretty long wait. Obviously, I had to sit through last night all the way to the end, and like I said, it's been a pretty long wait, and I'm just happy to finally be here and can't wait to get started.
How did you find that wait?
I was a bit unsure if Biddle was going to come, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking. I was pretty much on the edge of my seat every pick, I think, and like I said, I didn't know if Biddle was going to come, and it didn't end up coming, so you had to wait to the end. But yeah, I'm still happy to finally be at Port.
Who did you watch it with?
I was with the whole family, so I had my cousins there, my sisters, my brothers, uncles and stuff. I had a couple other people that know AFL at the moment. I had like Cozzy Pickett came over, Nazai Wanganeen came over, who was obviously drafted in the first round. So yeah, it was good scenes there.
Yeah, cool. That's a full house. What were the reactions like when your name was?
Yeah, so obviously I pretty much already knew that Port was going to take me with their last pick. Obviously signing with the father-son. So I guess when the last pick came, everyone knew. So but it was still pretty good. There was a couple of cheers and stuff, and obviously I went around and did the hugs, and everyone was congratulating me. So but it was a very good moment.
Is it pretty surreal now that after all this time you're finally here? It's obviously been a long year, a long build up.
Yeah, well, yeah, like you said, it's been very long. Obviously, grew up supporting Port, and obviously, like I said, my dad obviously, well, I didn't say that, but my dad and uncle played here, so it's pretty surreal. It still doesn't feel real. I don't think it's kicked in yet, but I'm just so happy to be here.
What are your earliest memories of Alberton Oval, mate?
I don't have too many. I was still pretty young when Dad retired, 2009. So I have a couple memories of obviously kicking the foot inside with Trent, and that's probably really about it, to be honest.
Speaking of Trent, what's he said to you, or what have you said to him? It must be slightly bittersweet. You're probably hoping that he was going to be here as well with you.
Yeah, well, obviously growing up, the goal was obviously to play at Port with Trent. And obviously didn't work out, and obviously me and him talked about it, and he's still happy for me, and he's obviously got to figure out what he wants to do next. But yeah, at the end of the day, obviously he's just happy for me, and I'm stoked that I'm on an AFL list.
We spoke to you on Combine Day, and you were saying you weren't quite sure whether you were going to nominate at that point. We later found out that Trent was delisted later that day, so that probably explains a little bit. But was that sort of the main reason why you sort of took a little bit longer to make your mind up?
Yeah, that was pretty much just the main reason, I guess. Obviously, yeah, like I said, I wanted to play at Port with Trent, and obviously he wasn't going to be here, so I guess making that decision if I wanted to stay at Port or be at Port next year was obviously the big decision I had to make, and obviously I sat with Port and we talked through everything, and that's pretty much just told me what I wanted to hear, and I thought once they told me that, I think it was a good choice for me to come to Port, and obviously like it's disappointing Trent's not here, but I'm just happy I would be here.
What did you want to hear? What did they tell you?
Well, they pretty much just told me, like, we want you here. We think you're a great young player, and we just want you on the list, and we love you. We love everything you can do, and we believe in you. So it was pretty much what they said.
How much have you lent on Dad through the last few weeks and through that decision and through your footballing life?
Yeah, well, he's been calling me pretty much, every day, I think. Just, obviously talking to me about it, and obviously I've been talking to my manager and stuff a lot, and it's just been, I've been leaning on him quite a bit, and I guess he's just there for me to talk to. Obviously he's been through what I've been through right now, so it's a good shoulder to lean on.
Hear from any of your new teammates last night, mate?
I probably got a message from I think almost all of them. It's pretty much straight from when I got picked. I was getting messages from all the players, and I got a call from the captain TJ just before. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with obviously them reaching out to me and feel at home.
What's that like when that all comes for you?
Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. Obviously, I didn't check my phone pretty much till maybe about 30 minutes after the drive finished, and when I opened my phone, it was going off, it was blowing up, and obviously from messages and Instagram, Snap, it was pretty overwhelming.
Where do you see yourself position-wise fitting in out here, half-back wing? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, obviously at the moment I'm probably a backman. I'm obviously pretty skinny, so just got to build my body up, and hopefully I can break into that midfield rotation in a couple of years. But probably wing, half-back, probably at the moment is the positions that I'm probably most likely suited to, I think.
Jase, your story is obviously about to begin in the AFL. Do you feel any pressure following in the footsteps of your dad and your uncles?
I don't really feel like there's too much pressure on me. I feel like just a normal player, to be honest. Obviously, there's always going to be extra eyes on me, I guess, having a Burgoyne last name and who my dad and uncle were. But I don't really feel like there's too much pressure on me at the moment.
Proud day for you, Peter, to have Jase drafted to the club.
Proud day for me and Jase. I just got drafted last night, so I'm back on the list. No, I'm joking. It's all about Jase. Yeah, he's done the hard work, and like he deserves like everything he gets. So yeah.
Great. What do you think he's capable of achieving in his footy career?
Well, at the moment, you know, like Jase is like still young. He's pretty raw. I think Jase's like ceiling. I think that like no one knows. I think he's going to be a bit between like me and Sean. He can play down forward, down back, and like in the midfield. Put on 10, 15 kilos, and yeah, it's going to be a good career, I think.
Sorry, mate. What were you like watching it last night? Jase described his sort of emotions. How were you going through it all and waiting for his name to be called?
Like we knew that he was going to Port. I think the club did their work, so the other clubs didn't put in like any bid. So, like we knew that it was going to come, but we didn't know when. But we knew that it was going to be towards the end of the draft. So we just had to like sit there and wait. And like when he got called out, yeah, it was just like a relief for the family. But yeah, it was up to like Jase. Like he wanted to come here. It was like his call, and yeah, it was yeah, it's worked out for the best.
How much did you make that call as a family? It would have been a sort of difficult month or so, Jase having to nominate the Trent being delisted. How much did you all sort of make that decision as a family or talk about it as a family?
Yeah, we spoke about it. As a family, like myself and Jase. But they're two different people. Trent and Jase, you know, they've had Trent's had a lot of like injuries, and with Jase coming in, yeah, like I said, they've had like two different like stories, and it was totally up to Jase. We spoke with Trent, like we spoke with Jase, but it was Jase's call, and we got to like respect his wishes.
For sure. Does it comfort you to know that Sean will be here next year or this year as well to sort of take him under his wing a little bit?
Yeah, it'll be good, but I think there's like a lot of good coaches here. I think if you look back to 2004, I think most of my teammates are here. So I think they'll like all take care of him. So yeah, like Sean being here is just like a bonus. But Jase is a big boy, like he can look after himself.
You've obviously been there every step of the way to give him advice. What is your advice to him about this next big step that he's obviously going to take?
My next advice to him is you can't take no shortcuts. Like you're in the big league now. You take shortcuts, well then they'll show you the door straight away. Pretty much if you want to play AFL, you got to be a fitness fanatic. You got to cross all the T's, dot all the I's. And if you don't do that, well, you get found out pretty quick, and the senior players will like pull you into line, because that's how it was like when I was here. And yeah, that's just the way it is in like AFL. Like it's cutthroat, and you can be like gone as fast as like you get picked up.
Don't want to get too far ahead, but is there potential for another Burgoyne down the track? How's Rome going with his footy at the moment?
I've got two more sons, so there's another couple more to come. Rome's a couple more years away, so he's going all right. He's looking the goods. Some people saying that he might even like have Jase covered, but but like time will tell. Time will tell. No one can tell.
Jay said a few weeks ago that you give him lots of feedback, but it's normally tough love. Is that sort of your approach? You're trying to be realistic with him about how that cutthroat nature that you're talking about is?
Well, like how I see it is that you can sit there and like you can tell them all like the good things about footy and like what they're doing well, but that's what they do well. You know what I mean? So, you know, like we talk about those things, but the things that you need to be talking about is like where you're going to improve. Because if you don't talk about that, well then like how are you going to get better? So I can sit there like all day and, you know, like say you're doing this wheel and like you're doing that wheel, but that's his strengths, you know what I mean? Like he's going to do that like blindfolded. I've been there since he was a kid, from I think under sixes or like under sevens, like right through. It's like not always good, but you try and start off with like a positive and then some like negatives and then try and like end off with a positive. But that's just the way it is. And like you said, mate, it's called tough love, and they either like take it on board, and if they don't, well, they probably don't go too far.
All good.
Great.
Thanks, Pete.
Thanks,
Peter.
Peter.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jase.
No worries.
Thank you.